What's going on, guys? Alright, so I put together 4 open world survival games for you guys to check out in the year 2021. Now, please keep in mind that none of these games are in any kind of order, and I'm only recommending them because I have personal experience with them myself, so please keep that in mind. Also, if you find this video helpful in any kind of way, please make sure to smack the thumbs up button so that we can continue to grow our YouTube community. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so let's start off with the game SCUM. Now, if you're looking for an extremely realistic survival experience, then this is the game for you. Before you join your very first server, you will need to decide what kind of skills your character is going to have from the very beginning. But you must choose wisely because these options do have certain limits and you will be left with some weaknesses. Once you finally load into the game, the only thing you will be provided are the prison clothes that are on your back. So, it's up to you to craft the necessary items to defend yourself and survive in the open world. You will have the ability to hunt different animals for food, harvest the food from the land, or loot different towns for food items. Now, if you're into the PvP aspects of the game, you will eventually come across other players throughout the open world. Now, these players might become your friend or they might shoot you on sight, so always be cautious when coming across other players. Now, players are not the only things you have to look out for. You'll also come across zombies and giant robots that are usually protecting military bases and high points of interest. Along with everything that I've already mentioned, you can look forward to crafting yourself a base, finding vehicles to move around, or simply crafting a campfire and enjoying one of the thunderstorms. With all of that being said, no matter what it is that you desire to do, SCUM definitely has a little of everything for you to try out. Now, if you decide not to play with other people, don't worry because there is a single player option in the main menu. Welcome to DayZ. Now, DayZ is known as a pinnacle inside of the open world survival genre, and whether you have played the game or not, it is a game that you most likely have already heard of. This game features a massive open world environment for you to explore and zombies to fight off. Now, unlike the other games on this list, DayZ is the only one that does not include an official in-game map for you to use. So keeping that in mind, you are forced to learn how to use landmarks as well as road signs to navigate your way around. But don't worry too much because there are plenty of maps online for you to use, or you can even download a mobile app on your phone. Just like you saw in the game SCUM, DayZ allows you to hunt animals for food, harvest the food yourself from the land, or find food throughout the open world as you roam. Playing this game by yourself is extremely fun and challenging at the same time. Now, if you choose to play the game with your friends, just know that it's going to be extremely difficult to find them when you first start playing the game, and you will die many times. Unlike the game SCUM, where you spawn with only the clothes on your back, in DayZ you actually get a few items. This includes an item to eat, a glow stick, and a few rags in case you get injured. With that being said, you will quickly learn that getting your hands on food, water, warm clothing, and a good pair of shoes is very important to stay alive. Apart from all of this, you're also going to have to deal with different illnesses and other players that want to kill you and take everything that you have. No matter how you choose to play this game, it will challenge your patience, and most importantly, it will challenge your ability to stay alive. Next up on the list is going to be the game Rust. Now, when you first start playing this game, it may seem very basic to you in the beginning, but in reality it's actually got some complex features and one of the most in-depth crafting systems that I've seen in other games. With that in mind, if you have friends that already play Rust, I recommend that you hang out with them so that they can show you the ropes and minimize on that learning curve. Something to keep in mind before you purchase this game is that it was heavily influenced by PvP. So you will end up fighting and raiding people's bases sooner than you think. If you want the game to look realistic like SCUM and DayZ, then Rust is probably not for you, since the graphical settings seem to be more cartoonish and at times it feels like you're playing Minecraft. When it comes to the gameplay, when you first spawn into the world, the only two items that you get is a rock that you have to hold with two hands and a torch that you can use at night. The rock can be used to destroy barrels that hold loot, as well as mining rocks so that you can build your base. In this game, you are required to eat and stay hydrated, but you don't get punished as quickly as you would in the other games on the list. When it comes to the map, it will change depending on the server, and it will also vary in size. If you're one of those people that like to log off in the middle of a PvP fight, then you will be in trouble, because in this game, your character stays on the map the entire time. With that being said, it is ideal that you get yourself a base so that you can log off inside, but do not forget that your character stays in the map, so if someone decides to raid your base, they can still kill you inside and take all of your stuff. It is without a doubt that Rust is one of the most popular games at the moment, and it could be because of its intense PvP action, which is attracting new players and big streamers to cover the game. The final game on the list, and also the newest, is going to be DEADSIDE. Now, DEADSIDE is a hardcore open world game with survival elements, and the survival elements are only coming into play because you have to eat and stay hydrated within the game. Other than that, the only other survival element of the game is going to be the base building that it features. And that's due to the fact that the game's main focus is on PvP gameplay. Now, you do have the ability of joining other servers that are strictly PvE or PvP, but that is completely up to you. Please keep in mind that I'm only recommending DEADSIDE to people that understand early access, due to the fact that it's currently under development and still needs more time to grow. The game does feature a beautiful world to explore and is currently being expanded as it's developed. DEADSIDE also comes in as the cheapest game on the list at only $20 US. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this video. I know that it's not an in-depth review into each game and that there's a lot more that I didn't cover. If you found any of this information useful, please make sure to smack the thumbs up button so that we can continue to grow this YouTube community. Also, consider subscribing as I do cover multiple games and I also stream live on this channel. Alright guys, without further ado, I appreciate you watching and I'll see you on the next video.